Well, I thought the team looked like they played much better tonight than they have for a while, and yet you guys have come away with a loss. What are your thoughts on that, Coach?
Well, look, I'm really pleased with the performance. The frustrating thing is we've created enough chances to win probably 2 games tonight. You know, we've had Natasha Dowie had 2 in the first half, Julie King's header, Midge Purcell's header, Rosie White at the end there. Ifeoma had a chance. And I just feel right now we're not getting any rubber to green with anything. You know, we've defended Rasso. They should never have got there in the first place anyway, which is a frustrating thing. I think it's either Julie's come across, it's come off either our player or Rasso, and it's fell straight to Sinclair. And that's the last person you want the ball to fall to, because she's a great finisher. The only time we allowed them to play out from the back all night, they went and scored from it, and that was for me the real frustrating thing, because we were stepping on making her kick it and we had a plan for that. And I sort of feel like I've been robbed, to be honest with you. I can't fault the performance. You know, this break now's come at the right time for us, because I've got Abby Smith, Julie King, Alicia Chapman, numerous players that are playing through the pain barrier at the moment for us. And I said to them before the game tonight, I thank them for that, because without them we'd be struggling to put a team out. I think the good thing for me is that, you know, the amount of game time these young players have got. You know, I felt Midge Purce was excellent tonight. You know, she's not a fullback, she's had to learn the trade in a tough period for us. But we can draw on the positives of tonight's performance, because I think we've dominated that from the first whistle to the last whistle. The only thing that, you know, what frustrated me towards the back end was we started to force it when they had like 8-9 bodies behind the ball. We should have just kept it, drew them out, and done what we've done for the whole game. But like I say, it's a learning curve. We should have won the game, but it's a positive performance, and we can take that positivity into the last 2 games. And you know, we're going to do as much as we can to make sure we get 6 points. We're going to do as much as we can to make sure we don't finish bottom of the standings. And for me, they're 2 really winnable games. And by the time we go to Washington, we should have a fully fit squad to choose from as well, which would be, you know, really pleasing for me.
Will Morgan Andrews be available for Washington?
The problem is she's obviously not training with us.
Yeah.
So it's difficult just to fly someone back for a game, you know. Not worked on any of the game plan all week and not trained all week with the team. You know, we've got 19 fit players by the time we get to Washington. You know, if there was a suspension, because Rosie White's on one more yellow, she's suspended. You know, so if anything happened, then we would call her back if we needed her to. But she needs to finish her degree. We wasn't expecting her to have to go back to college. We only found out late, which was tough for us, especially with Rose still being out. But it's just one of them things that's happened in the back end of the season for us. And you know, we just got to continue to. If we perform like that in the last 2 games, we'll be okay. We've got no doubt in my mind.
So 19 players, does that mean Westfall should be back for Washington?
Yeah, we'll hope for at least to dress. You know, as long as Rose Lavelle comes back healthy from the national team, and she'll be fit to play from the start. You know, I thought Brooke Elby was excellent in midfield tonight, by the way. I thought, considering sort of she's been thrown in at the deep end with that position, up against Addie Long, Lindsay Horan and Amandine Henry, I felt between the Rosie White, Brooke Elby and Ange, I thought we were excellent.
So Ange had her 100th NWSL game tonight.
Yeah.
What's she bring for you besides 90 minutes every game?
Yeah, listen, you've only got to see what people have put on social media today. Yeah, Carly Lloyd and all the players that have played with her. Angela Salem, what you see on the pitch is like that every day. And it was actually quite nice to see what her teammates wrote about her today. I think Kristen Westfield's summed it up in one for me with what she said. It's difficult to put into words what Angie's like, because she's a great person, but what she puts on the pitch, she does that every day on the training pitch as well. And you know, she's just a fantastic person. She's a fantastic player. You know, she's excelled for us this year. She excelled for me last year, and I'm delighted that she's managed to get this 100th appearance in the NWSL, and you know, she's still going strong.
Midge Purce, is her transition to fullback kind of complete, or are you keeping in mind that you could play her up again if needed?
No, she's more dangerous up the other end of the pitch. You know, she's had to do a job for us. I think people felt that because she's been away with a national team and she played there in the training games a lot. That's why we've done it. It's been a need for us. I've lost Brooke Elby. I lost obviously Kristen Westfeld for a large chunk. So you know she's played there before and she's played wing back for me. So she's a natural choice. And the key thing in this league is she's so quick. You know that she can get herself in good positions and. You know, if she hasn't got any good positions, she can get herself out of trouble with her pace. But I think she's done really well. As I say, positionally, she's learnt a lot from it. So that will only benefit us in the future. It benefit her in the future because she could play more than one position, and it gives us a little bit of flexibility.
So, last question from me, but it's kind of a bigger one. I think tonight summed up a lot of Boston's problems season-wide, which is they had so many chances, looks on goal. Christine Sinclair had one look, basically, and buried it. So does this put you in a frame of mind to think about what you can adjust or trade for or draft for next season in terms of someone ruthless to put in front of goal as a scorer?
Of course, look, everyone wants a goal scorer, you know. Natasha done it at the start of the season for us. You know, she's had some good chances tonight, and I've been quite honest with her, and I've been honest with the media that she got to a point in this season where she looked a little bit burnt out to me because of the amount of games that she played in England, America, Australia, and then back here. You know, she come back here peaking. Look, we know where we need to strengthen for next year. We've got numerous players that we're looking at, and it's not just in the front position. There's other positions as well that we'll be looking at to strengthen. I just think with this group of players, we're not really a million miles away. I mean, how many teams have done that to Portland? We've done it twice here now to them. Look what we've done to Seattle in both games. And these are top teams. And, you know, I've had to play a lot of young players more minutes than I anticipated that we would play them this year because of the way that the injuries have turned out for us. So from my perspective, we're only going to benefit from that as a team. They're only going to benefit from that as for their future, and we can be positive and bright about our future. You know, we invested in these young players this year. I do think we should be in a better position, but we're not, and you've hit the nail on the head. We've been in games where we've been in front and we've lost that lead, and you know, we shouldn't have drew with Kansas, we shouldn't have drew here with them. I mean, we shouldn't have even lost to them tonight here. So there's been some games where we've been punished because we've not managed to see the game out, and you know, I think probably 6 points would be a fair reflection on where we should be, and I'll take us back to that Houston game, perfectly good goal disallowed. And there's been one or two things that have gone against us, but you know, we are where we are because we haven't taken our chances like tonight, and we've just got to remain positive for the last two games and take the positives from our performance tonight.
Okay.